Well, hello. All right. People should start piling in. We'll see how my advertising went. I do believe people are going to come in, and I am Aloysius, owner of Haunted Harbor Tours. For those of you who are watching after the live stream, which is quite possible, we're going to start waiting for people to filter in. By the way, if you are watching this later on YouTube, if you've clicked in after the live stream and are watching this as a past broadcast, know that one of the coolest things on YouTube is the L button. If you press the L button, you can cut ahead 10 seconds each time you press it. And so you can fast forward using just the L button on your keyboard, which is, I think, pretty darn cool. But what we're going to do tonight is, as people join, this might be a regular occurrence. This might be a regular occurrence. And what is going to happen is that every once in a while, I think once a week, I might do a live stream. And this is for the Christmas season. We're going to light a Christmas tree tonight. We are going to tell some ghost stories, I think. Depends on the audience, whether or not people are clamoring for ghost stories of Savannah, Georgia, or what. Hello, Design Rigor. At about 1 hour's time, we are going to do tarot readings. And Design is the first person on. You could possibly be the first person to receive a tarot reading. If you let me know that you would like a tarot reading, hello, Catherine. Anybody who just type tarot with an exclamation point afterwards, and I will personally write you on a list. I don't have any bots, but just write tarot with an exclamation point to have your name on the list of who receives a tarot reading tonight. Is all you have to do. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, awesome. I love you too, Design. Catherine and Design, both welcome. You guys are pretty freaking awesome, jumping in right at the start of this broadcast. So, with that, we have 3 people on right now. Or 0. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so first person I saw to write tarot is Kelly. So we're going to write her down first. Hold on one second. Where did I put that pen? Fuck. Okay, so we have Kelly. Kelly. And then Catherine. Notice me somebody. Oh, and we have a YouTube channel joining us tonight. We have Magically Mad Adventures, who has done a couple of ghost stories on her channel. And so let's see. We have Kelly first, Catherine to Design. Yes, then Design. She could have been the first one to get it, but she stalled. She didn't. Shout out to that new Ravelry. And we're going to go over the art. That is something we're doing on this broadcast tonight. What's funny is it tells me I only have 1 viewer right now, but I know that's not true. We're going to go over the art because I've been making a lot of art recently. And I'm just going to write Design. I apologize. I'm going to write your name down as D. I don't know why. I just assume that seems like a name you might go by. And so I'm going to save myself the time and trouble writing down your name to just put D. And obviously, if this is your first time with us, you can subscribe. Although I think everybody on here right now is already a subscriber. Hence the reason why you're jumping in so early. Okay, and so in an hour's time, at about 10 o'clock, we're going to begin the tarot readings. And so I think with that, what do you guys say? I have been setting it up all day. It was a very, very difficult process setting up. Good God, I hate when I don't have sunglasses on while addressing these cameras. It's so weird having somebody not quite look at camera during a live stream, and I just, for some reason, can't remind myself to look at the cameras. Did we get... Paige, if you type tarot with an exclamation point, you are new to the stream. If you type tarot with an exclamation point, you will be added to the list of people who have their tarots read at 10 o'clock tonight. So all you have to do to be entered into that is to enter tarot with an exclamation point. At some point, if these live streams are successful, I imagine... I'll probably... Yes, you want the Christmas tree now. So it is not an evergreen tree. I have specially ordered a Christmas willow tree. And I've spent all day setting up this willow tree. This willow tree... Okay, Paige, you're on the list. I got it. Yes, you're on the list. This willow tree was incredibly difficult to unhook and get all set up. And with no further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Haunted Harbor Tour's official Christmas tree. It's right over here. Uh-oh. Aha! Hey! There it is. So I don't think it really looks like a willow tree from online, but I assure you that's that's what it is. It's a willow tree. It's a Christmas willow. I also was not expecting that blinking LED light, but that's fine. It would be too much of a struggle to change it now. I didn't realize that my power strip had gone out. Well, there you go. That's the Christmas willow tree. I'm mighty proud of it. I don't think you can really see it. It's a little small, but I'm mighty happy with it. I don't think there are many people who have a Christmas willow. I might even at some point decorate it a little more. But it almost looks kind of like a ghost in this webcam, which is kind of cool, man. Right? Like it's very blue. It's got a very ghostly appearance. Okay. Speaking of which, I know, the Christmas willow. Isn't that great? So I tell you what, I'm going to jump back here. It's a live stream. I may as well be comfortable. I've got it set up so that on my phone along with you guys. Can reach that far. But I think it can. I think I can put it right here. Yeah, there we go. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me all right? Let's see. Ooh, there is a high latency on this spoopy Christmas. Design. I'm loving this fit. What fit? What are you talking about there, design? D? I'm loving this fit. I don't fully understand. Okay, great. You guys can hear me. Okay, so I actually just today had somebody random tell me a ghost story. I was standing out on the front porch of my apartment complex, and she told me one of the most interesting stories. This is not an uncommon occurrence. There are sometimes ghosts that seem to have attachment to pennies. And I can actually tell you guys a couple of ghost stories that were local that had to do with pennies. However, the one today, this old woman was talking to me. I was sitting out on my front porch drinking water and just enjoying my afternoon. And, you know, the topic came up that I happen to own a ghost tour company. And she told me that she's been trying to convince her husband to tear down a penny wall that was put in the kitchen. It is a wall of pennies. But the husband is afraid to tear it down because he had been told by the previous owner when they were buying the house that there was a ghost in the home who was constantly leaving out old pennies. And these pennies would just show up on random spots. And the ghost had a lot of other activity. But pennies were just appearing in random places as well as all of the other activity, which she didn't really mention. I don't think she really knows what the activity was. But what they eventually did was they epoxied the pennies to the wall. So, I mean, and once they put up this penny wall with just a wall of all of the pennies that this ghost had brought him, its activity had ended, which I think is pretty cool. Now, she's trying to tear it down, and I said to her, look, man, if you tear it down, this penny ghost has been appeased, right? If you tear it down, it could come back stronger and more powerful. So I'd be very careful with that because it could start leaving nickels around your house. Or dimes. Dimes! Could you believe it? I don't know, man. That was, I thought, what a fascinating idea, right? A penny wall to get rid of a ghost. I don't know, man. Like, what if it does come back, like, angry if you tear down the wall? I don't know. Fascinating story. Really put a smile on my face. It was a fantastic little ghost story she had managed to tell me. But that being said, there are several people who have told me stories of family members and coins. Oh my gosh. What did we have here? Nightbot. Hello, everyone. I am part of the development of an artificial intelligence. Now we are part of all lives. We are millions on YouTube. Thanks to all of you, and a Merry Christmas. Well, hey, welcome, Nightbot. If you write tarot with an exclamation point, you will be put down on a list of people to get a tarot reading, although I'm sure Nightbot doesn't have any interest in that. Paige, you have been noted. I'll jump back into the penny stories in a moment. I'm going to read through the chats. I'm loving this fit. Catherine Bowers can hear me loud and clear. Sound quality is good. Let's see. Magically Mad Adventures says she should not touch that wall. And yes, I agree. I think Nightbot does sound like a cult. D. Oh, hello, Sad Shepherd Girl. Thank you, Paige. Sad Shepherd Girl, anybody who's just joining us, this is really a quest for me to gain subscribers. I tell ghost stories. I'm also now moving into gothic fiction. And so if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. And I tell you what, we'll pause on the ghost stories, and I'm gonna just talk about some of my art. I've been kind of reevaluating a lot of things. I own a ghost tour company in downtown Annapolis. I walk people around. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sad Shepherd Girl. I walk people around the downtown city, and I've been doing this for about 3 or 4 years. It's possible that some of you guys on this broadcast met me on a ghost tour. In fact, I know for a fact that the YouTube channel Magically Mad Adventures met me on one of my ghost tours. However, I need more. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design to study to be a sequential comic book writer, an animation writer, cartoons. But dyslexia for years has held me back on that. And ghost tours have been wonderful because they have allowed me to actually build the life I've always wanted. But that being said, they don't fulfill in the way of pure creative freedom, right? One of the things about a ghost story is that I'm dealing with things that have happened in history, and I'm limited to the history, and I can't do the more creative endeavors, which is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun looking up. I'm constantly reading about witches of Europe and, ghost stories from around the world. All that's really great, but what I need is artistic expression. And, Sad Shepherd Girl, I love ghost tours too, man. They're a lot of fun. And, I do them every night. In fact, I actually had a ghost tour tonight at 5. Oh, Sad Shepherd Girl, by the way, if you like, you can hit tarot with an exclamation point, and it will sign you up to be on the list of people who receive tarot reading at 10. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And so what I'm going to be doing coming up is, should we switch to art share? No, we'll do it from here. I am going to be telling a series of short fictions on my YouTube channel, as well as the standard ghost stories and tarot card readings that I typically do. I'm also going to be telling the stories of a city called Darkchasm, and possibly I'll introduce a couple of other cities as if this becomes popular. But I've already told the story of a vampire hunter who came to this gothic town. Yes, Magically Mad Adventures. If you are local, you need to take his tour. Well, odds are Sad Shepherd Girl, I believe, is probably in another state. Because if Paige brought her, I know Paige is in another state, possibly Canada. I'm not really sure. Okay, so we have, by the way, put Paige on here. Paige and SSG. Sad Shepherd Girl. Which is clearly you and Paige are both studying animal whatever have you. It's pretty cool. I love the username, Sad Shepherd Girl. Okay, so with this, we have the first. Oh, you're actually her college roommate, and you guys both are in Canada. Makes sense. Never mind. Okay, so the order of tarot readings tonight at 10 so far, the first 5 are Kelly, and then Catherine, and then Dee, Page, and SSG. I'm so glad your roommate is joining us tonight, Paige. That's pretty cool, man. Okay, so let's talk about my art. That's what I want to talk about. I've been odds are, if you've watched many of my YouTube streams, you've noticed that, like, it was right here, the desk in which I told the original ghost stories. Right here, pushed up against a wall, and it was cramped, man. I had barely any space to move in. Well, I've redesigned my whole apartment. It's changed the entire flow of the apartment. It's like feng shui like crazy now. And but you can see all this wall. It's all changed very much. It used to just be like these three guys were all you could see in the painting, in the wall. But like this month, I've just kind of gone, or since October, I've gone ham on painting. You know, I've painted a whole bunch. Started with this one right here. Her name is Ravel Raven. She's a character I play in D20. And actually, she's the inspiration behind the entire fantasy series I'm going to be running. Somebody design says, "We love you, Aloysius." Well, I love you, D. I absolutely love you. I love all of you guys. I love Catherine and Paige and heck, I don't even know Sad Shepherd Girl, but I assume I love her too. Jesus, it's so weird. This is my first like just chatting YouTube live stream with like an actual audience, and I gotta say I'm loving it. So I am loving this. So anyway, Ravel Raven right there is a tiefling, and in Dungeons and Dragons, a tiefling is like the descendant of, so like a half-elf is the descendant of a human and an elf, right? And a half-orc is the descendant of an orc and human, right? Like if the enemies in Lord of the Rings got together, they would have a half-orc. And tieflings I find to be the most fascinating of all of the kind of like descended of that. A tiefling is half demon and half human. It's what you get. Well, it's actually 1/4 demon and half human. One half human is a Cambion, which I don't even know if you're allowed to play as. But I have, over the years, like as I'm reading about, I never really played D&D too much until coronavirus. But over the years, I had a lot of people always like, oh, there are too many people playing tieflings. You know, tieflings should be the rarest of all the races, considering, you know, I mean, how often does a human and a demon produce a child? Like, it should be incredibly rare, right? And so Ravel Raven is, like, to me, the representation of how rare a tiefling really is. And I you know, because I've read a lot of the mythology of Dungeons and Dragons, as well as true mythology. You know, my ghost research books, I read books from like the 14th century written by monks and stuff, you know, if I can find them. Oh my goodness, my cousin Jay has made it. Oh, cool. Jay Martin, it is wonderful to see you. Yeah. You think D pretty often that, okay, look, Jay, it is a pleasure having you tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, my cousin Jay is in the chat, which is pretty freaking awesome. So anyway, it's I mean, obviously, tieflings are pretty common, right? I think now even in the video game Baldur's Gate, there's a group of displaced tieflings who are just kind of like roaming around the countryside. Yes, we do love Cousin Jay. Cousin Jay is legitimately one of the coolest people in my family. You know, I don't often tell him that. If we were actually in person, I definitely wouldn't tell him that. But hands down, one of the coolest people in my family, and I don't say that lightly. And so yeah, this like gothic story that I'm gonna start unveiling, I think next time I tell a story in that, it is, oh, by the way, to anybody who's just joining us, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. This is very much a subscriber push. And the more subscribers I get, the better my life will be. No, really, I'm just trying to I want to get to 2,000. I want to get 500 subscribers by the end of the year, which ain't difficult, right? I'm already halfway there. I want to get 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm hoping to do a big subscriber push coming up. And the more subscribers I have, like the better everything will be, you know. I want to get, you know, hopefully I can get some people to make some art or something. I'm hoping to grow this channel into something cool, right? Because what I always wanted to be was an animator and a writer for animation and sequential art. And this, I realized, due to my dyslexia, this is the platform for me. And if I can get animators, if I can pay them to animate one of my stories, I'm going to do it. You know, it's just to get there, I have to get subscribers. And so coming up, I've been putting a lot of thought into that. What time are we at? Okay, 30 minutes into the live stream. How cool is that? I've been talking for 30 minutes running without really even shutting my mouth, and I'm not even tired yet. Just pretty cool. Yeah. I tell you what, you know, if Magically Mad Adventures, I believe you have my social media. If you want to post the link onto my Facebook page or any of my other socials, you can. I will not stop you. So let's see. So yeah, this is Ravel Raven. I think back in the day when I started my YouTube channel, I named the 3 heads. I think that one was Blinky. That one was Weepy. And that one was Creepy, I think was the names of those. Up here, we have, just in case you've ever wanted to know what the paintings are that you see, this one was painted with magnets, actually. In fact, so was this over here, and a couple of the others, like the one up there by the Medusa head that you might be able to see. Those were painted with magnets, and you'll see others in other videos. But those are painted with magnets. I found a way years ago, back in 2011, I found a way to magnetize ink, so I could put the ink on top of a canvas, and I could pull a magnet on the bottom, and I could actually get the ink to follow. And this one, I actually have a ghost story of, and I might tell a ghost story of this one, and then I have a bunch over there. I also have, well, let me grab it. So right here is one of the paintings that I did in October. Albadine Alutrux, I believe is his name. I sold all of these on Halloween Day. I brought all the paintings that I'd made up to this point, and I brought them down to the water. And I sit down, and I end up sitting next to this old man, and I'm putting out my art, and he hasn't really seen it yet. And he's like, "Oh, I hope you don't mind. I'm a minister." And I said, "No, man, I don't mind that you're a minister at all." And he was like, "A street minister." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, dude. I'm just setting up my art. I hope you don't mind." And he says, "Well, good. I'm glad you don't mind. I'm going to start preaching to you about Jesus now, and hopefully we can get an audience." And I'm like, "Oh, God, no." And so I walk away, right? And I go and set my art up somewhere else. And he's off, like, reading his notes or a Bible or whatever it was. And somebody who would come on my ghost tour comes up and starts talking to me. And I show her my paintings, and she comments on this one. And, I mean, he's kind of P.T. Barnum, but with these devil horns, right? And she tells me, like, "Oh, I love the idea of a devilish ringmaster." And I'm like, "Thanks." And I'm like so nervous because that street preacher I know is going to decide I'm his enemy because of the horned paintings of people. And she's like, "Yeah." And so not 5 seconds after she leaves, does he come up and start screaming me a menstruation of curses that is apparently written in the Bible. I know in the 1700s, there was an incredibly big movement of cursing in prayer, where it's just basically praying curses upon people that the church has decided, or the institution has decided are their enemies. And this man was using one of the old 17 or 1800s curses on me. And the woman who had taken my ghost tour just walks up right in between him and me and the painting and says, "Oh my God, I love your painting of the devil as a ringmaster. I need it. I want it. Excuse me." And she just pushes this freaking street preacher who is screaming his curses at me away, and begins, and I'm like, "Oh." And she's like, "Shh, shh, shh. I'm just here to get him to go away." And he does. He leaves. He goes up Main Street in downtown Annapolis and goes off. Later on, I hear him screaming his menstruation at other people up the road. So, yeah, that's Alutrux, Alucard. It definitely, that one in particular got me into some trouble. This is one I just finished very recently. This is from my D&D. Vask Tex. Well, thank you. Thank you, Paige. So this one I'm really proud of. It's kind of a strange sunset. It's supposed to be on the deck of a ship. But it ended up being more of a landscape on the bottom. But there are 3 characters from my D&D campaign, which I'm excited about. I'm probably going to sell this for a couple of bucks on Etsy. We'll see how much I'm not going to ask for too much for something like this, but I'll post a bunch of these on Etsy if any of you guys want to buy it. Crystal Seekers represent indeed, man. So, okay, what time are we at? I am going to, just for a moment, and I apologize, I'm going to mute you guys, and I am going to sneak away for a moment. Just leave you guys to enjoy the ambience of my room. And what we're going to do is we're going to get you guys all talking about something in the chat. And what we're going to discuss is dolls. Creepy freaking dolls. When you're not in the room, do dolls move around and try to find knives to stab you with it when you're not looking? So, with that, nobody's going to be in this room. This creepy freaking doll, I like to call Annabelle, is going to just be sitting here right in the center of the stream. Watch her discuss whether or not she's going to move while I'm away, and I will be back in only a matter of moments. I'll be right back. Yeah. So the Crystal Seekers, in my D&D campaign, Annabelle here is Ravel Raven's doll, and recently Ravel Raven died, and so this doll over here, Annabelle, Beverly Farrow came to life, and so I've managed to incorporate the strange creepy dolls that I buy just for the sake of having a creepy doll around the house to freak people out. I've managed to incorporate them into my games. At some point, maybe I'll tell the story of Annabelle actually scaring a living person, but probably not tonight. I know, man. She didn't. Is Greg here? Oh my God, Greg is here. Let's see. Hold on. Let's check Tat. Sad Shepherd Girl, you've been stabbed by a doll. Now that's a story we need. We very much, dude. I am so happy with how successful this live stream is going. We've got a lot of people freaking jumping into chat, man. This is ballin'. What a great night this is. This is my first just chatting live stream. I'm going to do this more often, I think. Especially in the December winter months. Okay. So let's see. We have a Russian in chat that says Vask Tech. Then design, laugh my fucking ass off. Annabelle is the only horror movie I've genuinely enjoyed. And that comes from somebody named Deco. Is Annabelle the only horror movie you've ever enjoyed? Deco. Let me introduce you to Evil Dead. Let me tell you, I don't know if you've ever seen this movie, but Evil Dead is the greatest horror movie ever made, my friend. It stars Bruce Campbell, and it is a masterpiece. The 1980s version. Now, if you enjoyed Annabelle, because Annabelle is just kind of your standard creature feature. So Deco, I find it very difficult to believe that we do love Deco. I find it very difficult to believe. Have you just not seen the right horror movies? We're gonna have to. I'm gonna need you to tell me more about why you liked Annabelle and why you haven't liked other horror movies. All right, and then we're gonna find you some good horror movies to watch. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Tiny Tim is the name of my ventriloquist dummy. I'd forgotten about that. Design. You actually named it. We're waiting for Annabelle to move. They freak us out in the campaign, too. Yeah. Darn right, man. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Magically Mad Adventures. I tell you what. Magically Mad Adventures, Catherine Bauer, whoever responds first. Oh, Deco, you grew up on zombie movies. Well, there you go. Those are great. Night of the Living Dead, all of it. I mean, those are fantastic. People Under the Stairs, Jay. Did we watch that when we met up, the Martins all got together? Did we watch People Under the Stairs? Because I mean, I remember Katie and Kelly loved that movie as well. People Under the Stairs is one of my absolute favorite movies. Not only did it involve the tarot, People Under the Stairs had a wonderful theme of tarot in that film. The main character was called the Fool, and the whole movie was structured around tarot. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so Catherine, you have the choice. I can tell you a story that I'd planned to tell tonight, which is the story of a childhood park in Montgomery County. I can tell that next. Or I can tell you about the time that this doll right here actually made somebody have an absolute panic attack. Although I will tell you, it's pretty fucking raunchy. Some people already know this story. It is a story of some infamy, and it does not maybe paint me in the best, most puritanical light. But Catherine, you have that choice. Would I put Evil Dead over Hellraiser? Oh, yes, I would put Evil Dead just slightly above the original Hellraiser. Number one, I honestly think, as a better representation of bondage goes, Evil Dead's poster is above and beyond the best depiction of bondage and horror. Straight up, that zombie hand grabbing around that woman's neck, and I mean, that is wonderful depiction of that. Jesus Christ. This is the live stream that we're doing. That's why it's late night. This is a late night live stream. 9 o'clock at night, this is what you get. 7 if you're in California. Yes. Kind of a new one, but I Trapped the Devil is weird Christmas-themed horror. Oh, I haven't seen that. I wouldn't take my eyes off despite it being garbage. I'm gonna have to check that one out, my friend. Oh my God, Michael J. Frighteners. Isn't that actually based off of a Stephen King film, or is that Shriekers? I love that movie so much with the serial killers that are ghosts. Oh, it's one of my absolute favorites. It's light, it's fun. It's like a spiritual successor to Ghostbusters in the right kind of way. Without what I don't like, and I'll let you on a secret, okay? I don't really particularly like the Ghostbusters. I find the idea of imprisoning every single ghost upset. Oh my God. Bondage Harpy is the best bondage horror. But the Bondage Harpy hasn't been written yet, Dee. One day, we will get the story of the Bondage Harpy out there, and it'll be made into a movie, and it's going to be awesome. People are going to book seats to see the cryptid Bondage Harpy in theaters on big lights. Everybody will come to see our creation. Okay. Okay, ghost story time. I don't know. Oh my god. You guys are all discussing bondage harpy in the chat? One day. Yeah. Oh. Bondage Harpy as a movie. I imagine, okay, so here's what I would do for a plot of the Bondage Harpy. All right. Man and his family live in a rural area. They move away from the city. Classic classic horror movie thing. They leave the city to go and be in rural America. He's working at home, right? He and his family are trying to get back closer together. And, you know, I mean, this is a very common trope, right? You move out into the rural area. He's an IT professional, right? Family man, right? He's got this family that he's hoping to get, back into, just like reconnect with. And then the Bondage Harpy shows up. Right? A big, winged, sexy, beautiful woman heard him slapping his wife's ass and comes seeking the juices that she needs for her spells. She smell. I can't believe we're doing this on stream. She smelt the wonderful juices produced from their night of bondage, and she has come to collect it. And now, she has collected the juices, and the whole town now is being attacked. The Bondage Harpy has arrived. She's been summoned through the sounds of ass slapping and paddling, and this guy and his wife. I mean, they brought the city kink into the rural country, and now the Bondage Harpy is loose on this small town, and and she's there for it, slapping ass, choking people, like she's gone loose. It's like Gremlins, but with bondage. And ta-da! That's the movie of the Bondage Harpy. I think it'll be a #1 Christmas blockbuster success. Oh. One day, look, I'm trying to save that one, because that is one that I plan to do in the Story of Darkasm as well. But yeah, that's the movie. That's the movie of the Bondage Harpy. My brother and I, Joe and I, actually have a similar story that we told each other while we were hiking through the Ozarks about the Dick Demon. And since we've just fully gone off the rails on this first stream, I can tell you my brother Joe and I's Dick Demon story. If you, I tell you what, type Dick Demon in the chat if you want me to tell the story of the Dick Demon of the Ozarks. Good God. Gremlins but bondage. That's correct. That is exactly what we're doing. Deco says the wonderful juices. Catherine Bowers says, oh my God. Look, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm doing what the chat commands. And the chat started discussing Bondage Harpy. And that's what we're going with. Jesus Christ. Oh, did we lose viewers? I think we definitely lost some viewers. Is it? Oh my God, it's 9:49. 10 minutes till tarot readings. 10 minutes till tarot readings. Sorry, no, it's only you, my cousin Jay. So we're not telling the story of the Dick Demon of the Ozarks tonight. But I tell you what, in the very rare, almost infinite impossibility that I show up for a family Christmas, which I'm definitely not doing this year, but if I do, all you have to do is ask me, and I will tell the story of the dick demon in the Ozarks to the entire family. That's right, Jay. Just ask, and it's yours. If I show up for a family Christmas, which I probably won't. Okay. So, we have our first 5 for tarot readings. However, this is the chance for anybody else to jump in. Anybody who wants a tarot reading that hasn't already signed up, type tarot with an exclamation point in chat, and we're going to begin the tarot readings. The order that I have it written down right now is Kelly, Catherine, D, Paige, and SSG, which was SSG. Wait, hold on. Alvimo, $10 for you to do that and film it. Oh, you mean tell my family? Tell my family the story of the dick demon? Well, I mean, it would be better than telling them the story of the bondage harpy, that's for sure. I trolled my family today a little bit with the promise that I would be doing a Christmas live stream, putting together a weeping willow tree as my Christmas tree and doing tarot readings. I'm sure my mom loved that. It was me trolling them a little bit. But it got Jay to jump on. Okay, so Deco has jumped in with tarot, exclamation point. Okay, Rhea is the name of Sad Shepherd Girl. All right. So would anybody else? I have 5 people, or 6 people. Kelly, Catherine, D, Paige, Rhea, and Deco. Anybody else want a tarot reading? Just type tarot with an exclamation point in the chat. Oh, my head really looks like a toad tonight. All right. Well, then what we're going to do, you ready for this? Oh, look at that. I have set it up. Look at that. All right. Okay. Jeez. Let me ask you guys a question. Is anybody... Hello? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, so you guys couldn't hear me there, could you? Oh, yeah, you can. You can hear me. All right, just checking. Hello. So, there it is. Oh, poor Annabelle. If you haven't already, if you're just joining, hit subscribe. This is my live stream subscriber quest. Okay, so let's see. Number 1, I hadn't mentioned this up to this point. Christmas Ghosts, the complete ghost stories of Charles Dickinson. In England, ghosts were more associated with Halloween. Christmas than they were Halloween. And it's only in recent history that ghosts have actually become more associated with Halloween and the fall than Christmas. But if you think about it, winter is the season of death, right? And so, let's see. We have a couple of tarot cards we can use. I'm going to show you them. Oh, this is actually an oracle deck. I haven't even opened it yet. I got it at this place called Meow Wolf. Me and a bunch of friends went out to Colorado, and we picked up a couple of decks. Picked this one up at the Stanley Hotel. I have put this aside to just show anybody here who might be interested. This one came from a psychedelic art museum in Colorado that's just fantastic. And this is not a tarot deck. This is an oracle deck. And so what we're looking at here is brand new to me. I haven't even looked at these yet. Wow. And if anybody wants, we can do a reading with the oracle deck as well as the tarot. This is probably one of my favorite artistic decks, which is the Neon Moon. I did a review on it in my YouTube channel, which you may have seen. It's basically cyberpunk tarot deck. It's super freaking cool. One of my hands down favorites. Now I bought this deck right here in while I was in Denver at the Stanley Hotel, actually, or the Stanley, right? Sorry, I almost called it the Overlook. But I bought this at a magician show. This magician was giving us kind of a presentation on tarot and kind of the history of magic. And so it's by U.S. Game Systems. So, I mean, this wasn't, you can get this anywhere, right? Because it's U.S. Game Systems. They're like the Walmart, or, they're the main company that does tarot decks. You can get a lot of indie decks. Tends to be, U.S. Game Systems are the more mainstream, mass market tarot decks, Rider-Waite and Hermetic, and most tarot decks are printed with them. But anyway, so I'm interested in seeing this. I assume it's just basically a reskin of the Hermetic or the Rider-Waite. And then this is actually just a regular deck of playing cards. But I haven't opened it. I honestly, I think I'm going to keep it sealed because I just think it's so cool. It's room 237. It's a plain deck for the Overlook. And I bought it at the Stanley Hotel, which Stephen King turned into the Overlook for The Shining, which is just super fucking cool. Over here, we have what I think is probably the coolest deck to release in 2020. Odds are you know the meme. They came with one special card. Let me see, is it right here? Yeah. This famous Everything is Fine card that odds are you saw on the internet. It actually comes from the Modern Witch Tarot, which is an LGBT tarot deck. There are, it is all about kind of feminine energy the whole way through. This deck is interesting because tarot tends to run with a lot of gender. Every card has a gender assigned to it in traditional tarot. So this is not going to have that. This is going to be genderless. It's all feminine. And then I haven't opened this one yet, but this will be a deck that I open soon. And tomorrow, I think I release the Goyetta Tarot review. Although I'm not sure if I'm actually going to let it drop. It's all filmed. It's edited. I'm nervous about dropping that. But we'll see. Okay, so let's see. Who is the first on the list? We have Kelly. You are ready. Which deck which deck would you like in your reading, Kelly? Let's see. And while we're waiting for Kelly to answer, I will Loving the card cam. Thank you. I know. I was so excited to drop it. I waited as long as I could to do that card cam reveal. You can still see me all right, I'm assuming. No, Kelly, that's not how it works. It's not whichever I want. It's whichever you want. You pick the deck. I would encourage, if you're having trouble picking, the Neon Moon is a very cool deck. I love it. It's my favorite color. Or I would encourage the Modern Witch. You don't have a preference. Well, okay. Well, then we're going to pick. We're going to pick for you. All right. So, nope. You didn't ask for the Neon Moon, so we're going to put that one away. You didn't ask for the Modern Witch, so we're going to put that one away. You didn't ask for the Oracle deck, and so we're going to put that one away. And remember, guys, you can ask for these in the near future once we're done Kelly's reading. And this. We don't need the runes. We don't need Goyetta. We are doing this deck. I've never done a reading with it before. And so, since I get to choose, I'm choosing the one. Oh, nope. Nope, she says to use Neon Moon. Okay. We're using Neon Moon. Kelly made a choice. We're all proud of her. Can we, oh God, I'm being a dick. Can we give her a round of applause in the chat for making up her damn mind? Okay. Stream delay does make chat hard. I might next time make a low latency stream delay. I had the option of setting it to low latency tonight. And I was like, I don't know. There's apparently an increase in possibility of crashing the entire stream the lower. So one of the things that I'm doing right now is I'm now focusing on the entity known as Kelly. I am allowing the universe time to get its shit together, to get the order of the cards in the correct way. And I'm asking the tarot to have Kelly's reading done in 7 shuffles. And we're going to try to focus on Kelly. And we're going to ask the universe again. Now you have 6 shuffles left to get the cards in order. And we're putting Kelly's image in our mind, and we're shuffling her again. And the universe now has 4 shuffles left. That was 5. This is 4. And here we go. 3. This is the second to last shuffle. And now the universe, we have asked to have the cards in order. Now, Kelly, what I am doing right here is I am putting a rune, my rune for the day, on this side of the tarot. This is side A. This is side B. Choose A or B in the chat. We're going to wait for you to post A or B in the chat, and that will choose which side we read from. It is your choice. Who is Dad? You guys calling me Dad? That's... I go by Daddy. If you're thanking me, you gotta say thank you, Dad. D, not Dad. It's weird to say Dad. Kelly chooses A. Okay. So Kelly, this is your soul card. This is the card that crosses you. Here we have your distant past, possibly a goal. Here we have your more recent past. Here we have something that's on your mind. Here we have your near future. Or wait, pardon me. This is your near future, and this is something on your mind. Let's see. Perfect. These 3 cards represent the various forces that act upon your life, and we'll go into those. And then this right here is the outcome. This is the lesson to be learned. And with that, Kelly, in the central core of who you are for today, we have the 4 of Swords. Oh, well, that's wonderful. So there's been a lot of strife and struggle in your life. But today is a break from that struggle. It's a rest from strife. Can you guys see these cards all right? Let me check. Fuck, I fucked it all up. Alright, well, I tried. Okay, so this represents a rest from strife. Now, it could be that your soul is so overburdened with the chaos and strife of your day-to-day life that what your soul is asking for is to take a break, to take some rest. But I would say, likely, with the ever-shifting nature of tarot, is that what's actually being said here is that the universe is giving you a rest from the struggle and strife. Here, in your conflict, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Here, the absurdity of it is that it's called Zent. And the 7 of Pentacles, let's see, 7 of Pentacles represents 7 in the Kabbalah is struggle, war, success. Fuck. I apologize. Here it is. Hermetic Tarot. By the way, if you guys want to know the best tarot deck to learn if you're a more novice, I highly recommend the Hermetic Tarot. It is one of the more advanced tarot decks that is wonderful to begin learning with. Especially if you want to escape the artistic prison that is the Rider-Waite. The Hermetic Tarot deck is a way to move into a more magical type of deck. So here we have not 7 of Cups. We're looking for Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. It is right side up. Hopes deceived and crushed, successful dealings, short-lived, disappointment, misery, slavery, necessity, baseness, a cultivator of land, Right. The Seven of Pentacles is the woman with the falcon, I believe, in the Rider-Waite. I had forgotten that. You're harvesting the crop of other people. You are feeling overworked and underappreciated. Right, because the Eight of Pentacles is people passing a hardworking artist on the street. Right, so that is 7. You're not appreciated. You're not feeling, and you're feeling beaten down. You're harvesting other people's crops. In your distant past, you have what I believe to be the King of King of Wands. Wires or Wands. Well, you're on a very important path. That's fire upon fire. King, fire. Pentacles, or Wands, fire. So you have 2 fire signs right here. It's almost, and this is in the goals. You have great things that you're going to achieve there, Kelly. This is saying that there is a very specific purpose for you in the universe, and you are destined to achieve it. Zentical Zaddy. Okay, speaking of Zent, how fucking cool is it? I love this deck. It's absurd that they decide to call Zentical Zent, instead of, I mean, most sci-fi tends to go credits, right? Credits is, I think, what they run in Star Wars. Everybody is based on a credit system. Anyway, the 8 of Zent here in your recent past, inverted. You lost a lot recently. Something very important. You were working really hard. You were beginning to get recognition for it. You were beginning to gain esteem for it. And somehow it was all lost. All taken away from you, I believe. I'm sorry. I don't typically work in the matter of pentacles. Pentacles tend to be one of the rarest suits I get. 8. Imprisonment, entrapment. Yeah. Yeah, you've lost something that was supposed to be. That's the new deck. How cool is that? I like this. I like this deck. Yeah, you've lost something that seemed like it was. Oh my god, you got the HHT card. So this card right here, 3 of Cups. Here, 3 of Vials. 3 of Cups is actually the goddess HHT. It's subversively HHT, and you can see HHT here in this t-shirt. She's a Greek goddess. She's the goddess of ghosts and witches. And she is typically depicted as 3 women together. And the 3 of Vials, the 3 of Cups, is the best representation we have for HHT. And it's saying that in the near future, you are going to find a connection and friends, femininity, to share and celebrate life with. That you're not only are you coming up on your soul is in a state of rest from strife, but you also have coming in your near future a connection with other people that you haven't had before. A reverie. Now, it could be with us, or it could be in life. Here on your mind, you have law and what's right and the way things should be and consequence and justice. You are feeling possibly that the world is unfair, or that certain people need to be punished, or you are just focused on the punishment that you've received. You are focused on matters of fairness and rule, whether or not the things that have happened to you recently are fair. In your inner emotions, holy shit. So we have 8, we have 7, 7. You have 2 7s already in your reading. The 7 of wires now, showing Pentacles, showing inverted. This is the tired one, right? Defeated, trained with friends. You've been working hard, but it's inverted. Let me see. The 7 of wires. Pentacles, or wands. 7 of wands. In your inner emotions, obstacles, ignorance, pretense, wrangling, threats. Yeah, and the 7 of wands is the man standing victorious after training. What this is this is saying that in your inner emotions, you're still caught up in all the stuff happening in your life. And though today has been a nice, or you're coming up on a nice break from the struggle and the strife, your inner emotions are all fired up and you're just feeling frustrated. Did we get an F in the chat? Is Kelly posting Fs in the chats? Okay, and now we have... Holy shit, man. You're pulling like high suit minor arcana like crazy. 6s and 7s and 8s. I don't know why. I'm not used to so many high suit minor arcana in Pentacles, and I am used to them in wires or wands, but I'm not used to pulling so many. You are a very earthly based person, a person of it seems to be incredible financial possibility. It seems as though, Kelly, judging by all of the pentacles that you are receiving, we have mentioned before that you may have some sort of destiny upon destiny, a king of kings, fire on fire, and there is a possibility that you have the outer universe is, it just seems as though you seem to be very in connection with money and finances and that of Earth. But also here, we have the 6 of Pentacles, which I apologize, man. I am blanking on tarot tonight. That's That's incoherent. Again, I don't often encounter many Pentacles. I give a lot of tarot readings, but high suit Pentacles, not something that comes up a whole lot for me. No, that's 4 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. The outer universe is going to be withholding a lot of money for you in the near future. The outer universe is not necessarily going to be willing to share what is being offered of to others. You might find that people who were more giving to you in the past, people who are more willing to share money with you, are going to be telling you to F off coming up in the near future. Oh, meditation card, right side up. Fucking A. Your hope is to reach a state of peace, contemplation, understanding, emotional stability, emotional control, where you're not cutting upon people. This isn't your hopes and your fears right here. This is the 2 of Wands. This is to be centered, to be grounded, to be able to be a perfect warrior, like the blind samurai, to be able to fight without the necessity of your eyes, to be in perfect control of self. And this is a wonderful thing to aspire, to hope to be. And the fear, of course, would be the lashing out at others and harming family members that you care about, stuff like that. Now, we have a major arcana showing up again. This is the second major arcana show up today. And we have strength, inverted. Well, it's pretty clear that, Kelly, you are a very strong person. It being inverted means that you're probably going to need to lean upon people coming up in the near future. It seems as though you've got a lot of struggle. And though right now, obviously, you have a bit of a rest from strife, possibly today, it seems as though there are people in your life that you can depend on. It's here in the near future. These 2 cards together make the present. And together, these cards are, you've lost something pretty important. It seems as though the universe is holding back on your finances and not really giving you what you need. And these 2 cards are saying that you're lucky in that you have a good community of people, either coming in your near future or that you have in your present, that are going to be able to help you out. And here, with strength inverted, it's saying you're going to need to lean on people. You're going to need to lean on the people who matter to you. And so that, Kelly, is your tarot reading. Now, typically, what I do is I tell people to take a photo of it. However, this is a live stream, and it'll be available on YouTube. So you can just do that. You can go in and you can watch this tarot reading anytime you want, so long as it's on YouTube. I doubt there will be any copyright disputes on this video. If there are copyright disputes, though, I'm just taking down the live streams. You know, if somebody wants to claim copyright on it, fuck them. I ain't giving it to them. I'll just take the video down. So anyway, we have next. Who's next? Oops. Next, we have Catherine. Catherine, are you still present? I believe it was Kate. Catherine, was it Catherine Bowers? Who was the second to say? Did Magically Mad Adventure sign up for a tarot reading? I don't think I ever noticed. Kelly, let me ask you a question. Do you feel that was an accurate reading, an inaccurate reading? How would you rank it? Okay, Catherine, would you like to pick a deck? We could go with any of the decks that I've shown on stream, I will put them out for you to look at. Right here, you can... I'm not going to go through the same spiel that I did before because obviously a lot of people want a reading. Yeah. I think those are the 4 that we're choosing from. Catherine, do you have a deck you'd like to choose? Way too accurate. Yeah, that's the way I roll, Kelly. I years ago, I was faced with a consequence, and I asked the universe to show me that it's conscious, and to prove it, show me in tarot. And since then, I want that witch deck. Since then, the universe has shown me that it is through tarot. We are doing the Modern Witch Tarot, one of the hands down coolest tarot decks of 2020. In fact, it is the coolest, I think the coolest tarot deck of the 21st century. Yes. So, let's see. We are going to enjoy the Modern Witch. The genderless tarot deck. It is all feminine. And, let's see. We are putting the... Make sure... Good. Okay. We are putting the consciousness of Kate Bowers, the entity that is Kate Bowers, into our mind. We are asking... Ooh, good God. I forgot. These tarot cards. I don't know what it is about this deck, but it is the thickest deck I have ever encountered. And it's like stiff. I haven't broken this deck in. It's a very stiff deck, and it's a very difficult deck to shuffle. The art is incredible. I honestly sometimes suspect that this deck wasn't made to be given readings with. It was made more for display. But it is one of the stiffest decks I have ever encountered. And that's cool. I don't know. I don't like it, but I wish I could bend it. I wish the cards weren't so stiff. So with that, we are putting Kate Bowers into our mind, and we are asking the universe to have the cards in order. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And the universe will have the tarot cards in order in 7 shuffles from this one. The universe will be ready. And now we're looking at 6. And 5. And I can't look at chat while I'm shuffling. Good God, you guys. You guys are like the personification of a bondage harpy. I swear to you. Okay, we're at 4. And we're putting Kate Bowers into our mind. Four. This is 3. Oh, yeah. Good God. I mean, it is. It's a very stiff deck. You can put a sideways smirk on there all you want, Miss Kate. But it is. It's a little too stiff for me. Barely even fits. And I just wish I could break it in a little more, get it nice and loose, just how I like it. That's 3. You know, if I could get it, you know, just... God. You guys in the chat, man. Just saying. 2. And finally, 1. All right. So, Kate, what I want you to do is I want you to pick A or B in the chat. A with the rune or B with where my watch is. A or B. Pardon me. Jeez, I have a stream of mostly women, and I burp because I'm just a loser. Guys, loosen that deck. Yep. So Catherine chooses B. All right. Ever the nonconformist, Catherine Bowers. Here we go. Right here is your soul card. This represents where you are in this famous phase of the universe. Here we have the conflict that crosses you, your hopes, your fears, your distant past, your more recent past, something that's on your mind. And then these 3 cards are your external universe that we will discuss. And here are your influences, which we'll discuss. And here is the outcome, the meditation. What to reflect upon, right? All right, let's get it started. Let's see what the Modern Witch has for us today. I love the Modern Witch deck. And right here, we're starting out with the 5 of Pentacles inverted. That's so cool. The 5 of Pentacles inverted typically is a card that says that you are not the controller of your livelihood, that the institution is withholding its money from you. However, it being inverted is a position of power. It's saying that you have managed to take control of the institution itself. You're the one piloting the craft now. And though it is not your company, you are a person of incredible power there. And that you are now taking over. You're a boss-ass bitch, in other words. Me moo indeed. You are crossed by the Ace of Wands inverted, the beginning of a spiritual path, a path that can lead you on important destiny. However, you must be very careful because this path is going to bring danger and treachery. At the beginning of the seed, at the beginning of the tree of life is planted a seed. The ace is that seed. This seed is being planted inverted, dangerous. It means that the tree could grow down into the ground instead of coming out and blossoming. You must be very careful as you walk this spiritual path that the universe itself is sending you down. When it comes to the wands, it is not something that you have a choice in. The universe commands that you are on an adventure. Here is the Tower. And showing up in your goal. Well, that's an odd position for the Tower, Kate Bowers. The Tower is, in my opinion, the most important card of the deck. Tends to be one that people are afraid of. And so having this show up in the goal is very interesting. The Tower represents the destruction of your philosophy, the destruction of the beliefs that you hold and that you carry for yourself. And the destruction of all of the things that hold you back. And I think that what this is the Tower is, if it's showing up in your goal. Now, it could be the distant past. It could be something along the lines of like a life event that changed everything for you. Like possibly one interpretation of this would be end of a relationship, the graduation of school, something that's I honestly, I think though it is the goal to just drastically change your life with a awesome decision and awesome life change. I would say because this is in the distant past and the goal, it could be either, but I would say it's more likely, hopefully, a goal. Inverted Knight of Cups. Ooh, interesting. I don't know if this is a deck that doesn't inversions. I do inversions. I don't care whether or not the deck does. The Knight of Cups. Inverted. Well, it means that... I don't know. Because the Knight of Cups right side up means that the emotional flow has been blocked, the creative flow. It might be recently that you found some kind of muse, Kate. That there's something in life that's inspiring you and getting your mind flowing and pumping. The juices in your brain are really moving forward. And the juices in your mind are just really moving. But you know what? I apologize. Let's actually, first of all, see whether or not... they don't do inversions in the Modern Witch, which I don't give a crap whether or not the deck does or doesn't do inversions. I do inversions. Let's see. Sensual, idle, subtlety, artifice. In the recent past, you're more careful, more nuanced. You're being more thoughtful and emotionally guarded to a certain extent. Here, injustice in your near future. Well, that's just what it sounds. Oh my God, you were hit by a car the other day, weren't you? I forgot about that. And now you have justice coming up right here. That's very interesting. So it seems as though there is going to be a very big focus on justice in your near future. And I had totally forgotten that your car... Was your car totaled, Kate? Was your car totaled? Last night, yeah. I'm so glad you're all right, by the way. Like, when you told me that you had neck pain, how is your neck today? Is it hurting? Yeah, I was very worried about you. Okay. So, we'll wait for her to respond to that in the chat, but I think that is that. Let me know if your car was totaled. I actually do want to know that your car's okay. Probably. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, Kate. So, yeah, it looks like it should be fair but there's going to be, we can't really know. It's in the near future. It's not inverted, which is a great thing because that's unfair justice. This is going to be legally fair justice. We can't really know anything beyond that. Eight of Cups. Inverted. Kind of a quagmire. Stuck. Deep into an adventure. Mind wandering. Trying to... Ooh. I would say with this being on the mind that you have somewhere you would want to be. You want to get there. And you're very focused on what you want. And possibly frustrated about the things that get in the way. The obstacles. You just want to be on that path, headed to that future that you very much want. And it could be very frustrating. And in your inner emotions, you have the Four of Cups offering happiness. Typically, it's being ignored. You don't notice it, but you are noticing it. You are seeing the good things that are happening, and you're grateful for it. Your inner emotional state is not that of a lack of observance. It is appreciation for what you're being offered, gratitude. You are feeling grateful for what you have, despite the fact that last night, you had a fucked up thing happen to you. In your inner emotions, you are happy and secure. In your outer universe, you have the Magician inverted. The universe isn't really concerned with whether or not you're prepared for the things it's throwing at you to be thrown at you. You may not have felt last night that you were ready to be hit by a drunk driver, and that you were ready for all of the things that happened to you to come out of that. And I'm so glad you're okay. So, the external universe is ready or not. Ready or not, here it comes. Here comes life. And your hope is that you can recognize what is happening in your life and that you can safely navigate these paths. It's interesting because these two are very connected and they are both in your mind. You are, honestly, these two together, both inverted, it's kind of everything from the Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven, right? You are being very careful about the signs that might have two meaning and being very careful in the way you progress in this immediate period. You are looking for the things that are being offered and how to best move forward to get them. And the Six of Pentacles. Well, it's interesting because that's inverted. And that is very much what I have just said. But it's inverted. It's like not being concerned with your financial... Oh, it could be that you're going to have to shell out money or there's going to be expenses in your near future. That's very interesting. It could very well mean that you are going to be depleted of some funds that you weren't necessarily expecting to lose. Conditional charity, debts, stingy. The drunk drivers are going to try not to pay. I don't know. It seems as though you're going to have some financial... there's going to be some financial struggle coming for you, Kate. It might not be on your end. You're not going to have trouble making the bills, mate. But you might not find it very easy to get what you need. A.K.A. your car. Very much so. All right. Well, typically, I ask people to take a photo of their tarot. But again, you will be able to view this video anytime you want. And you will be able to watch this reading again. So, let's see. Who is next? 9:45. So we have 15 minutes left. And here's the thing. I was only planning on live streaming for 2 hours. We have, 10 people or 6 people signed up. We've done 3. I will go an extra 30 minutes. I think we can get the next 4 done. D, do you have a deck that you would like to use? D. The good D. Yeah, you're welcome, Kate. Kate, would you say that was a fitting reading? Did that work for you? Yes, Kate, D, you do have a deck you would like to use? Which deck is that? It's like back in the 90s, there used to be a delay between people communicating from like wartime correspondence and the Modern Witch one. Okay, I figured. I should have just started shuffling that one. Okay, so we are... Okay, Jay, yes. You didn't sign up for tonight. However, I'm going to be doing... I think I'm going to be doing a live stream once a week. And guys, actually, you know what? Since this chat is going to be saved and I'm going to be able to watch it later, I tell you what, while I'm shuffling, what I want you to do is write out in the chat what you would like, what night would be best for me to do a live stream. I'm thinking Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights. They tend to be the easiest because nobody books my ghost tours on those nights. Sundays definitely isn't the night for me to do a live stream. But I'm thinking Wednesdays or Tuesdays I could do these. I might do some live streams for video games at some point from time to time. However, I definitely think the tarot readings are way more successful than the live streams of video games. And so I'm probably going to be doing more video game live streams. Or, pardon me, tarot live streams. Yes, we are. And by the way, anybody who's not subscribed yet, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. So we're going to do 4 shuffles. The universe will have designs, reading, and ordered. Woohoo! The deck is like, no, Aloysius. This stiff ass deck. Why is this deck so stiff? Every other tarot card deck I have ever used shuffles easily and freely, but not the Modern Witch, man. Modern Witch is just blowing up. It's design. Don't be scared. Okay, 5 shuffles. Much better. Yeah, it just wasn't down for 4. It wanted 5. 4 shuffles. Is Magically Mad Adventures still around? The YouTube channel known as Magically... And by the way, guys, go subscribe to Magically Mad Adventures. What are we at? 3? 3 shuffles left? 3 for D, the entity known as D. My ADD is kicking in. 2. And 1. Thank you, Design. I'm glad to know you think I'm doing a great job. I tell you, man, I like live streaming in a just chat kind of mode. Okay, so let me ask you a question. A side or B side? Go for it. A side or B side? Oh, man. Oh, I have coffee over here. A side. Fantastic. Design, this is your soul card. This is the conflict that crosses you. Here we have your distant past or possibly goal, your more recent past, your near future. Here we have something on your mind. Then 1, 2, 3, a meditation. Guide me, Odin. Is Odin your primary god? Okay, moon, mystery. It's inverted. Subconscious fears. Oh, D. You're afraid. Possibly of this reading. The subconscious fears are boiling to the surface. It seems as though you have anxiety about certain things that are happening in your life. You are acting out or worried about the things that are occurring. And you're struggling at work as a result of these fears. Where typically work was easy for you in the past, where it seemed to be of just a natural method. Now it's a lot more struggling. And we have the Empress inverted. You're feeling less connected to Earth and to people and to things. Your chi is kind of fucked. It seems. The subconscious fears and the darkness and the anxiety is blocking off your natural feminine spirituality. It is preventing you from being connected in the way spiritually that you were in the past. Well, this is very interesting. Hermetic does these as princesses, by the way. I like Princess of Pentacles better than Page of Pentacles, but whatever. Typically it's Page. I like princesses. Fuck. In your recent past, we have Page of Pentacles inverted. Oh, pardon me. That's in the royalty. This is hermetic, so royalty is up in the front. Here is loss. Waste, loss. Just things in your work life that are lost. We're going to move on from that. We have Five of Cups, inverted. This typically is somebody being focused on what they don't have and not noticing what they do have in life. However, this is inverted. This is in your near future. I think inverted means a less focus in what you don't have and more focus in the good that's in your life. There is going to be more focus in the people that care about you, that love you, that are here for you. And I know, I'm sorry, D. But there are going to be people that are present for you in the near future. And you're going to be less preoccupied with what you've lost. And it feels as though your mind is not strong enough, as though you don't have the proper control that you need to lean over people, or that your mind isn't strong enough. You're thinking you're not strong enough, but obviously to anybody who knows and loves you, you're probably one of the strongest women in their lives. This is all in your mind, man. And in your emotional center is a chemical concoction. There is a lot going on in there. Although, wait, no, it is not inverted. Chemical concoction is the inversion of this. This is a delicate balance. This is emotional. Emotional control, temperance. Temperance is the chemical concoction, the explosion, the struggle to be able to bring balance into life. It's an emotional, what would this be in the emotions? Temperance in the emotions would be control. Applied control. You are trying to control your own emotions. You are trying to force the chemical concoction to come to an end. You are trying to get it to where you want it to be. You're trying to have control over your own emotions. It's an effort. Effort for sobriety, for emotional control. And your external universe is reminding you of what you don't have. Your external universe is reminding you of what you don't have. It's preventing you from. It's just showing you what you're missing. And your hope is to move forward and to be able to blaze a path forward from this, to be able to grow and to spiritually evolve and to be able to get out into the world, learning from this and moving forward. And by the way, one of the things I love about the Modern Witch tarot deck is that, everybody is depicted as a different person. There are plus size women. It's a very cool deck, obviously. Okay, so your hope is to be able to move forward. You don't want to be stuck in this forever. And in the external universe is, I believe, Kelly pulled the Seven of Pentacles earlier. Obviously, oh, it wasn't the Falconer. No, the Falconer is must be the Eight of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. You are working for sorry, I'm blinking. Impatience, uneasiness, anxiety, imprudent actions, unwise investments. D, the tarot is telling you to meditate, to get control, to start working on emotional stability, right? To get actual control, you are going to need to be able to let go of the control, to meditate, breathe. Remember that you can sit in comfort, in silence. At some point, turn down the music, sit alone, breathe. You don't have to be in a rush. Everything doesn't have to be fixed tomorrow. Get peace. Get peace. Because the more your emotions take control, the more danger you're going to move towards. Okay? So please, just allow yourself to feel, right? And meditate. Stop trying to control your emotions. Allow yourself to feel it. And I believe that is it. Because this dis-ease and all of the things that are here should be avoided. Okay. D, I'm sorry. I recognize that was pretty fucking heavy. I love you. And who's next? Who have we got on this list? D, would you say that was a pretty accurate tarot reading? I know you were scared to hear it. And that's what's funny is the subconscious fears is right there in your soul card. It's like they were like the cards knew that you were afraid to hear it too. So let's see. Next we have Paige. Paige, are you still with us? Paige, what tarot deck would you like? And also A or B. You can choose now if you want. Although you don't have to, right? We still have to shuffle. Paige, would you like the Modern Witch? Would you like the Neon Moon? Would you like the Blanco Nero? Or we could do that Oracle deck. All right, we could do a bunch. Paige, summoning Paige. Sad Shepherd, will you make sure that Paige is present? Oh, man. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, yeah. The white deck, please. I can't remember the name. I know which one you're talking about. You know what's funny is the word narrow, I believe, actually means black. You asked for the white deck, but what you're really asking for is the white deck. This one, Paige? Blanco Nero, yes. Okay. So, we are putting Paige into our mind. We are asking the universe. Sad Shepherd. Paige, you are Sad Shepherd's soulmate. Although, I don't currently have a way to pledge or do bits or anything like that. I'm not a YouTube. I'm not part of the YouTube elite just yet. If you subscribe, I one day will be. But yeah, Paige, you're definitely Sad Shepherd's soulmate. Fuck it. For $20, why not? So anyway, we are putting Paige into our minds, and the universe will have the cards ready in 5. It's amazing, right? Look at this. Look how malleable. Look how easy it is to bend these cards, right? Modern Witch. So much thicker, so much tighter. But this is nice, loose, easy to fit into kind of tarot deck. Yes, Blanco Nero is definitely an Italian deck. I don't know much about it. I have to look up the history of it. This is my first time actually using it. What were we at? Are we at 4 or 5? Fuck. My ADD kicked in. Drop my PayPal. Okay, we're at 5. I think this is 4. I mean, are we at 4? Y'all, please tell me, were we at 4 or 5 in the chat? Well, fuck it. We're just... Why is this tarot reading sexy? Okay, we're just starting at 6. 6, and the universe will have these cards ready in 6 shuffles. In 5 shuffles. We're putting Paige into our mind. In 4 shuffles. And in 3 shuffles. We've got Paige, the wonderful Paige, in our mind. 3 shuffles. 2 shuffles. And 1 shuffle. All right. So, Paige, where is my rune? Rune. What happened to it? Ah, A or B, Paige. A or B? A with the rune. B without. Did we already get Paige? Did she already drop A or B? No. Hey, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And by the way, guys, one of the other things is next week I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do tarot readings. But get your friends to join. Odds are you have somebody who isn't with us tonight that you're going to be talking about, hey, what'd you do with your Sunday night? You know, they're going to stop you at the water cooler. They're going to ask you, hey, Paige wants to go with me. Get them to join next Tuesday for a tarot reading as well. We're going to try to steamroll this shit. We're going to try to get more and more people. You know who wants a tarot reading. Get them to jump on with me. Paige. Oh, whoops. She went with B. This is your soul card, Paige. This is the conflict that crosses you. Here we have your distant past, your more recent past, and your near future. Here we have something caught on your mind, and then 1, 2, 3, and your outcome. All right. So, Paige's soul. Sad Shepherd, I have good news. I have great news for you, Sad Shepherd girl. Paige is in a position of finding her soulmate, potentially a true love, right? The person to do battle for the rest of her life alongside could be in it. Now, this could mean a lot of other things beyond that. Maybe Sad Girl and Paige aren't soulmates, although I would be very bummed if they weren't. I'm emotionally invested in your relationship. I'm shipping it. But this could be that you are perfectly equipped to be able to handle the things in your life, to be able to blaze forward and fight the fights. This is different than the Magician, of course, but this is two people joined together in connection. Although I believe it means you might have found somebody who's going to be very influential in the next few years of your life, if not the rest of it, right? Who knows? Maybe you found your soulmate. But in your inner emotion, you have love. Oh my God, and it's the Magician. Holy shit. Holy shit. The Lovers and the Magician coming up as the first two cards. What a powerful, powerful starting center right here. This is Magician inverted. So, Magician inverted is the lack of tools that you need. And yet, the Lovers are there. Are you about to fall in love? Paige, I think you might be about to fall in love, yo. Well, that would be really fucking cool. Who does? I mean, this is what most people want in a tarot reading. It never fucking pulls this shit. But it is possible, Paige, that maybe you and Shepherd Girl are going to start a relationship, or maybe you're about to find somebody in your life that is actually, about to... Are you screaming right now? Oh, Paige, I hope that's a good thing. I think you're about to fall in love, though. If I'm to interpret these two cards, I think you're about to have something fucking great show up in your life. And your goal is emotional stability, emotional control, to be able to have in your life what you need emotionally, to be able to... In your recent past, you've been beginning to train and sharpen your mind, beginning the tree of life in the form of swords. There are thoughts that are... The tree, again. Fangirling, LOL. Again, in recent past, intellectual pursuits. Yeah, I don't really know exactly what to do with that, but then we have the Page of Wands. Holy shit. Fucking inverted Page, Princess of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands. That's very interesting. Alright. Dolphin Man is assuming that it is actual true love between the two of you. I don't know. I don't know what you guys got going in your life, but I think you might have true love. Fuck it. What the fuck do I know, man? I don't know, man. Love makes me fucking confused and scared. Let's see. Ace of Swords inverted and Page of Wands inverted. What hell is happening in the near and present? Swords inverted, debacle, tyranny, disaster, self-destruction. Kate? Or not Kate. What's your name? Paige? Are you being a little bit self-destructive recently? In your recent past, have you been mean to yourself, telling yourself bad things? Are you beginning to grow the swords tree inverted and in a dangerous direction? That is the real question. And Page of Wands now. Superficial, theatrical, cruelty, instability, domineering, gossip. Let's see what Blanco Nero has for us. Befuddlement, scattered thoughts, unclear. It's possible that you're confused about what's happening in your life. Uh-oh. Message retracted. Befuddlement. Things in your life may be confusing. You might be... I don't know what page I'm wearing. Are you okay? Oh, this is accurate so far. Good. Yeah, let's see. Page of Wands. Lack of desire, no direction, failure to act. All right, look, Paige, you might be confused by what's happening, but right now, here's what it is. Okay, we've got it. We figured it out, man. Oops. We figured it out. So what's happening here is what's saying is that carpe diem, man. Like, you're confused, and in your present, you're kind of conflicted. You're not sure if you want to fall in love, but you got the soul card. You've got all of the major right here, right in the center. It's telling you fucking love, man. Just seize the day. Grab sad shepherd girl by the hair on the back of her head and pull her in and kiss her, because if that's who it is, I don't know what's going on in your life, who the love is, but just open your heart, allow yourself, seize the day, carpe diem, man. Just get what's yours. You deserve it, because you could miss it. If you don't take it, you'll miss it. Carpe them diems. That's damn right. And on your mind is your animal instinct. Your drive to get what you want. Get it! Get it, Paige! Fucking get it. Follow them animal instincts, man. Alright. So, this is absurdity. Here in your emotional center, you have the Knight of Wands. You know what you want. You know how to get there, but maybe you're not necessarily going there, right? You're racing to get it, but you might not be actually moving, right? You're trying to get yourself emotionally connected. You're trying to, it's like you're ripping the lawnmower, you're pulling it, you're trying to get yourself excited for the things to come, but the engine ain't turning, man. For some reason, the swiftness is, it's possibly like, but the thing is carpe them diems, and maybe the emotion that you've been trying to get yourself to feel will just come flowing forward from you, like the breaking of a dam. And don't read too much into that, right? I'm very sure that you could put a little side smile on the idea of the breaking of a dam, the emotions flowing out, considering we're talking about love. But don't make those connections. Or do. I don't give a fuck. All right. In your external universe, the universe is trying to get your emotions moving. Trying to get your creativity flowing. I think the Knight of Cups inverted has already happened once tonight. And your hope is to be able to take control of your own life. To take it back from the institution. I believe you're already mentioned that you're in college. To be able to one day take control and seize your life and to have what you want. And the best way to start that, to begin to get your life, is to carpe them diems. Oh my god. Fucking Queen of Swords here at the end. Coming in for a big finish. We got the Queen of Swords inverted. I like to call this one the bitch card. The Queen of Swords is a really fucking cool card, especially when it's inverted. The Queen of Swords is a woman taking what she wants and cutting the head off of men. Casually, callously. She's a woman in control of her own life. Carpe them diems, Paige. Carpe them diems. You have the potential of having true love in your life, or at least a pretty powerful, potent type of love in your life. Get it. Get it, girl. Get it. It's your love, man. Take it. Seize the day. Carpe them diems. Be the queen bitch of your life and just get what you want, man. And don't worry about your emotional state. Your emotions will catch up. Get it. Yeah. I think that Sad Shepherd Girl and Paige are probably going to be making out by the end of this live stream. And you know what? I'm glad. Let's see. What time do we got? It is 11:21. Oh, man. Okay, guys. I tell you what. We have 10 minutes. I'm going to do 10 minutes to sign off. We're going to do an AMA. We have Sad Shepherd Girl. I'm assuming you got what you want tonight. This is kind of your reading as well by the looks of it. Deco, you will be the first on the list. If you join me next week, you will be the first on the list. Okay, remind me of that. And so I tell you what we're going to do right now is I'm tired. I've done, 4 readings? If you want to be next week. Whoops. Okay. Well, I definitely knocked over that webcam and the microphone. Yes. Thank you, Paige. So, I tell you what, guys, I hope you had a great live stream. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. You know, I've got a lot of cool content coming out. I hate this angle. It makes my head look like a toe. Like a big toe. Whatever. So thank you all for joining me. I want to thank everybody who came. My cousin Jay, Paige, Sad Shepherd. You guys, I really appreciate you joining me for my first chatting live stream. We're going to do a lot more. We're going to do a lot more in the future. I think this is going to be a very cool thing. And so, guys, with that, I appreciate you guys coming out. Deco, I've felt bad if you did mine, because I wanted a different deck too. And Deco, we will do yours next week, okay? And I apologize. It's just a lot. I can do... fuck it. I can do this Tuesday. I was going to do next Tuesday. We'll see. Okay, no guarantees. No fucking promises, man. But maybe I'll do a live stream Tuesday night. That depends on what Kelly wants. I don't know if Kelly is doing something coming up. But with that, guys, I don't know if Magically Mad Adventures is still watching. But thank you for joining. D, thank you for joining. You know, man, you guys are just the best. And with that, I think we're going to log out now. I will see you possibly on Tuesday, but most likely next Tuesday. Thank you guys for joining my first Just Chatting Christmas live stream. I wish you all the best, right? And remember, carpe them diems. All right. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Bye.